And I'm just trying to be alive, you know it. And this weekend, I ate a whole sack of them Toll House morsels. And man, I don't know if you ever seen them. They got that yellow sack. They got that amarillo, I think is how you say it in Spanish. They got that amarillo bolsa, that yellow sack of them little chocolate, little nuggets. They look like almost like a little duty or something. Like a real little bitty bear, maybe a bear that's, about 4 inches tall, came and did a little duty somewhere. And that's them Nestle, I believe, Toll House morsels. And they are good. And look, here's the thing, the sack of them, the way they built the sack, if you open it, a bunch kind of spill out. So I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's like that movie, Amistad or anything, but it's kind of, they got too many in the bag kind of thing, and so, next thing you know, they got a couple of those little sweet chocolate morsels, just, maybe you put a couple in your hand but then it's, some spill on the counter. Next thing you know, you've had 10, 11, 19. And I probably had, I don't even really want to be honest with myself about it. I probably had 240 of them. So that's, I guess that's kind of where I'm at right now, but let's get into it.
I'm just sitting on your front porch, wondering how could I be so far from my home.
Yeah, man, they good.
And my mind is somewhere else, but when I find it, I'll patch up where it's been blown. Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones.
Them clabbies, baby.
But it's gonna take a little time.
Come on, let's go. We could do it.
For me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me.
Come on.
I will find a song. I will sing it just for you.
Thank you. Hey, what's up? That is Shine by Bishop Gunn, and they are a band out of Natchez, Louisiana, or Mississippi, sorry. And it's so close you can't even tell which one you're in. You could, if you had really long legs, you could be in Mississippi and Louisiana at the same time. You're going to have to probably be at least about, I would guess, probably about 8 feet tall, because you're going to have to really, you just need a little bit of room. You got to make sure you're in each one, because you got to pod out at the bottom, sort of. Thank you for joining me today. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well. And that is Shine by Bishop Gunn. I am. What's going on? What's going on with me, I guess? It's summertime. That's what I'm realizing, And it's summer. And this is the kind of time of year I remember when at summertime, you go to the pool, you might see a little, if you're around that age when you really, when you got really puberty, kind of starts kind of whispering in your ear. Because if you're going through puberty's a real ghost, you know. It's invisible to you for years. You're a child and you don't see nothing. When you're real young, a titty could roll across the street, you don't care. You know, a battleship full of wieners could just, capsize right out front of your house. If you're a young lady, you don't care. You're like, oh, what is all of this? What are all of these, these weird little kind of arms, that don't have bodies and hooked to them? Because that puberty ghost hadn't started really whispering to you. And then when you hit about 13 or 14, that ghost he kind of just, you playing video games and suddenly you hear something in your ear like, hey, what you think about some titties? Ooh. And they'll try to pretend like they're still a ghost, but really it's just puberty coming at you. So, but that's what time it is, man. It's summertime. It's summertime. And the kids, I bet the kids, you're inside. I know the kids are inside. It's starting to get a little touchy-feely, I bet. It's starting to get a little bit intense, it's getting a little bit hot. But puberty come and it really starts getting you going. If you're young, remember, that's when puberty would always hit somebody. In summertime, you feel that long, hey, I know you like playing hide and go seek. But what about some titties? And everything started to change. You'd have a water slide at the beginning of summer, and by the end of the summer, you trying to slide into the neighbor's daughter. Remember, it was just different time. It was same times actually, but it was just, I don't know. It was just something that happened. And your buddy come back from school. He have a beard, Your friend, you guys had pogs or something together. Now he got a beard and he got a child. He was in a war, and you're like, damn. You got some real. You must have had that Polish puberty hit you or something. That Ukrainian, bruh, because you already been in a couple battles. But it's that summertime. We're still getting through it. What did I do this weekend? I had some neat experience. I'll share about it in a second. I was asking or thinking last week who listens to the show, and I wanted to know. And so we got a couple of people that chimed in and let us know. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, Phoenix, Arizona. And my mother used to live over there outside of Phoenix. And Phoenix, if you know Arizona State University, beautifulest. They got some real beautiful ladies running around over there. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have real carnivores in that area. Because they got some ladies over there. You'll see some booty cheeks make you want to get a fork and knife out, bruh. Turn you into a little, that kind of snackadactyl, really. So, but thank you for calling, young lady. Onward.
I'm a special ed teacher, and I just wanted to call and say that you do a kick-ass job on your podcast. I normally listen to you when I'm getting ready for work.
Oh, you're a special ed teacher, and that's beautiful. And I actually, a lot of people know that I've, beat Down syndrome when I was born, and I've had a lot of, I've had interactions. I'll tell you, actually, I feel bad about this, but when I was in third grade or first grade, and who knows which one it was. I mean, nobody really, nobody ever knows really. And they had next to us was special education. And I would sneak in there and steal. They had these kind of orange slices and these lime slices, these kind of green little sugar. Look like a little, like a little handful of somebody made a little sugar, like a chewy sugar chunk. These little sugar hitters, and I'd sneak in there and eat them all. While the special ed kids were out doing recess or just doing something. I don't even know what they were doing, just riding around town or whatever, not at school or not in the classroom. And honestly, I've always felt a little bit bad about that. So I want to apologize about that right now. I would sneak in there, and dude, sometimes I would lock myself in the cupboard. They had a tall cupboard. I'd get in there and I'd start eating these candies. Because our teacher, Miss Lewis, would give you permission to go to the restroom sometimes if you were an appropriate child. Now, we had some inappropriate, we had some real inappropriates kind of milling around. We had kids who, alphabet deniers and stuff, kids that didn't want to read and all kinds. But she would let you go get to the restroom, and so you'd be in the hall by yourself. So I'd sneak into the special ed room and get their candies and get in that candy closet. And the second I opened that door, they had so many candies. They had those Tootsie Roll, the long ones, that kind of make you ooh, that kind of make you really, they kind of make you start thinking about what you're into as a young fella. You put two of them big fellas in your mouth, you might end up in a unique parade later on in your life. And so I'd get in there and I'd start just eating the lime slices and eating. I'd have probably maybe 30 pieces of candy. And then I'd come back to the class and I'd have forgotten to go urinate. And so I'd have to sit there the rest of the time and suffer with the full bladder. And it's funny because the pain of having to urinate would almost be, every time I remembered, I got to pee so bad, I would feel ashamed because I'd stolen them children's candies, their sweet, the sweet treats. And anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Yes, thank you for calling in. Onward.
Since I'm a special ed teacher and I work right now in behavior specifically, it's very stressful. So I like to start off my day with one of your episodes because it just kind of sets me in that mood to get ready and be positive and know that everything is going to be okay. So thank you, dude, for all that you do.
Thank me. Thank you. I think about that. That's brave of you. It's not. You have a special gift to be able to work with children that's really, that have autism or, unique gifts from God, or they're a lot of mentally challenged people. It seems like they're doing more insider trading. It seems like they're operating on the inside. We're out here operating on the outside for the most part. And some of us are 100% out here and nothing inside. And some of us are 50-50. But sometimes a lot of, mental children, when I was growing up, it would seem they were more like 80 inside, 20 outside. So they had a lot more, it's almost like a Rubik's Cube. You got to do a lot of twisting and turning to kind of get the walls to all match up. And it takes a lot of patience. So I can't even really imagine, how much patience you have to be. I mean, you must just have to be full of patience because, I imagine if we cracked you open that something would come out, but only if we waited a while, because that's patience. I just can't imagine it. And And so thank you for your service right there. And thank you for the compliment. And I hope you have a great day today. I hope and those kids that you're working with in the future, they get the next go round. They get the big trip next time. We all take turns. I believe that. Like I'm here this time doing what I do, being a loudmouth. And next time I'll be, I'm kind of a more sensitive loudmouth. Next time I might be a warrior, like a deaf warrior. So you'll see me with no listening skills, but maybe be a lightweight champion of the world. Or I might be like a little show animal or something that, doesn't do a lot and does cigarettes or something. So it's, everybody gets the turn where we get to see what it's like to be that next thing, that next type of person. So, I guess I'm just envious. I had a day one time I was a student and we went to India, Earth, and we worked on a disabled children's home over there. And a lot of these children, they didn't have wheelchairs or chairs. And they were just crawling around on the ground, and our job for the day was to help move. They had different sediment and different pieces of cement or something. I don't know what had happened. Somebody left probably about 2 dump trucks full of pieces of big cement at a disabled children's home. And we moved it and we made it and moved it around and opened up a little play area for them. But man, it was, it was the one day in my life where I really felt of service, like 100%. I remember getting to the end of that day and just feeling like, wow, man, just felt so good. But thank you for your service. I'm glad we can get you going. I'm glad to be a part of whatever we're doing here and getting you going. So I hope you have a wonderful day over there. Let's get it. Who else is listening? Let's try it one more.
Hey, Theo. My name is Tim.
Big Tim out there. And, Tim is always that kind of neighbor guy, He's a little, sometimes he'll be out shooting hoops at night. But you're like, damn, what's going on, Tim? You got a family, Or Tim's the kind of guy where, you won't have seen his wife for like a month. And you'd be like, dang, Tim, where's Diane? But let's hear more. Thank you for listening, Tim.
And I listen to your podcast after I drop my kids off.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I see what you're saying, actual kids, because that's a euphemism also for going to the restroom. Onward?
At school. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
SOD, bruh. Damn, boy. Stay-at-home dad. Wow. Oh, that'd be so much fun. Because I remember staying at home when I was a kid. Shit was great. Making stuff, making your own food. Remember that? Dude, one day for lunch, bro, I had 16 pieces of cheese. Remember that? Cheese steaks. I remember I heard about cheese steaks. And a cheese steak is when, I guess, I don't know. But I thought it was that you just put a bunch of cheese in like a, as much of a meat shape as you could and just had that bitch, So I made a perfect T-bone out of cheese out of about 16 pieces of American. You know what I'm saying? GBA, boy, God bless them. And had me a beautiful ass cheese steak while I watched. It wasn't One Life to Live or something. My grandmother got me on some of the soap operas. And a soap opera is something basically where it's like a lot of, I guess it's kind of where people, they fantasize, I think, about having sex with somebody else, but instead of doing that, they just watch a soap opera and have a snack. What else we got? Thank you for calling, Tim. Let's hear more.
And I just love how real you talk. You don't hold anything back. I'm in Wisconsin, and I'm sure like your vibe is felt the same everywhere, but we definitely feel it out here. All right, buddy. Love you.
Love you too, Tim, man. Thanks for calling. And dude, have fun at the house today, bro. If the ladies out there working, dude, get a slip and slide. Sell the fucking furniture, dude, online. Dude, you're living the dream. Do whatever you want. Oh, man, when you were at home, that was one thing nice during summertime. When you were home, wake up. As long as there was milk. If there wasn't milk, my day was going to hell. But if there was milk, I was feeling good. Because you could have cereal, get a little bit of this, cut on an episode of something, do a video game. You know, and if you hadn't hit puberty yet, you just do fun stuff all day. See what the neighbors are up to. Make sure the house key's under the mat when you leave. Dude, how crazy is it that we keep every house key's under the mat? If there's a burglar who can't get into a house, fuck him, bruh. Then he ain't a good burglar. Every burglar, I have to be honest with you, the house key is under the mat, or it's in the little frog, or it's on the little goose. They got a little trap door under the frog, and the house key is right there. Because sometimes you'll see a burglar, like they catch a burglar by like the back window. He's back there with a screwdriver. Dude, what? Are you crazy? There's no screws on a window, first of all, bucko. Dude, the key's under the mat. Come in the front door. Just baffling to me sometimes what's going on. This weekend for me, what happened this past weekend? I'm just kind of rambling. Longneck came out to the show. You know, and we're distant cousins, people ask. And so he came out, and it was a good experience, man. It was nice to see him. You know, he's a young guy. People don't realize it. They think he's just that necky neck. People all, just think he's naked even if he ain't. He could be fully clothed and still be naked. You know, he's that esophageal guy. It's like, it's almost like you can play that game where you put your hands up a bat until somebody wins. You could do that right on my boy right there. And his real name is David, and he doesn't smoke or drink. You know, he doesn't do drugs. And he's a young guy. People don't realize that. He's a young dude. There's no work for his parents out there, and he lives in outside of Flint. And he lives with his family, but there's not a lot of opportunity out there. So he said this is a really tough time. We had a nice time actually chatting. He said it's tough because there's a lot of gangs. There's a lot of like violence and stuff. A lot of people get jealous of him, which must be wild. It's like he kind of has this unique look, and then people get jealous of him. And he's only 19, so he's just, trying to be alive. And he said that some people have taken advantage of him, and like in business and stuff like that. But he had a nice group with him, and they came out, and we broke some bread backstage, and just had a nice meal. And he likes fries, he likes French fries. So mostly if you see him, just filling up his body, it's with fries. So he's fried up. But yeah, it was a good time, man. We hung out. What else? And the shows were great. So many great people came out. So many so many nice people. The first show I thought was really amazing. The second show was good. It wasn't as good to me. But you know how I am. I'm kind of hard on myself. And but yeah, we had a good time. We brought Damn Longneck up on stage at the end of the first show, and we sang "We Are the World" with a beautiful group. We had some diversity up there. We got a couple Tinos up there, a couple dark aardvarks up there. We had a beautiful squad. We had a girl, I think, who was, I don't even know, dude, freaking great, awesome. And so everybody was up there. And we sang "We Are the World" together. I'm gonna try to get that video for you. But yeah, it was just a good experience, man. It was a good experience. And I'm glad he got to come in town. And I'm just glad I got to kind of chat with him and see what his world is like on a one-to-one basis. And I found him to just be like a nice kid. Just nice and just imagine anybody else from a community that's kind of a troubled community and there's not a lot of opportunity and who gets this kind of weird or unique Instagram popularity. So it was interesting, man. It was interesting. But I'm glad that he came out, and I'm grateful to everybody that came through. I'll tell you this, dude. They had, I'll tell you this, actually, that today's episode is brought to you by Gray Block Pizza. Gray Block Pizza, they have, sometimes you need a stylish pie. You need that slice of nice. And they have it there. It's 1811 Pico Boulevard in Los Angeles on the way to the beach. Gray Block Pizza. Get that hitter. Get that hitter. Today's episode is also brought to you by ShipStation. When you're selling online, getting your orders out can be a real pain. Oh, what's that pain? Oh, that's getting my orders out. Were you in a fire? No, just been getting a lot of orders out. It's time consuming. It's expensive getting your orders out. It takes, you sell something, but you spend a whole day just shipping 2 of them. It's like, oh, how am I going to solve this? That's why you need ShipStation.com. It's the fastest, easiest, most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. ShipStation helps you get orders out quickly, not slowly. You see somebody with a slow-ass order. Bro, what are you doing? Get a quick order. You can save money on shipping costs. Keep your customers happy. Hey, ooh, I'm a customer. I'm joyed up. No matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. ShipStation works with all the major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon Fulfillment. So you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you and your customer. Instead of going to all the different websites and all the options and checking each one, ShipStation does all that. It's the #1 choice of online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. And right now, this past weekend, listeners can try ShipStation for free for 60 days when you use promo code Theo. There's absolutely no risk. You can start your free trial without even entering your credit card info. Just visit ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Theo, Theo. That's ShipStation.com and enter promo code Theo. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen. And I put a photo up on my Instagrams of me and of David, damn Longneck, and some of his buddies. And I didn't know any of the other guys, really. I've seen some of their stuff online, and people like, one guy's like, I can't support this type of stuff, You support these types of people? And it made me kind of mad. It's like, what do you mean these types? What, you think he's a privileged kid? I know he's a silly kid at 19. He makes ridiculous stuff online. But you think that kid's privileged? Some young kid growing up in Flint, Michigan? You think he has some special opportunity? It's just like, it's like, I don't know. And then I feel bad because it made me think like, oh, well, like I don't spend, David reminds me of people that I grew up around. He reminds me of the neighborhood that I grew up in. Dude, I'll tell you this, bro. I show up to the Improv. He's outside, him and his gang, bro. He's got a wildcat with him named Gucci Berry. And this guy, he's probably 50 years old. Half of his teeth. He's always getting people beating him in the nuts and stuff online. To me, it's not my vibe, really. Really at all, really. But he's a nice guy. And I roll up to the Improv. They're out front with no shirts on. 0 shirts. Dude, I've gone to the Improv for 15 years. I've gone to the Improv in Hollywood, California on Melrose Avenue. Never once have I seen someone without a shirt on there. But today, I roll up, they're sitting out front, no shirts, boy. I said, gang, gang, baby. It's people. You know, it's people. It's people, man. And the second I feel like I'm not people, man, I don't care what they are. I don't care if Dave is black or white or Latino or, Peruvian or Veruca Salt or whatever he is, I don't care if he fucking, reaches into his pants and pulls out a damn tail. It's people. So, anyway, it didn't bother me. It just made me, I don't know, part of me did worry. It was like, well, what if, if people think that I'm associated with these kind of people, or if they think I'm this, then what is that going to be? I guess in the end, I'm really just disappointed that it made me doubt myself. It made me think, well, what are people going to think? Because I wish I didn't live in that space where I worried about that. Where I worried about what people thought, what's in their heads about me. And I hope to get there, I hope to aim to be in that space more. And I don't even know how I ever got there, probably when I was young. Well, I think probably I didn't know how I felt about myself. I had no real self-awareness. And the only way I did feel about myself wasn't good. So, of course, I'm going to need other people to like me. I'm going to need them to feel good. Because that's the only way I know if I'm doing okay. If I ask myself, it's like yelling into a cave when I was young. So it almost makes sense that I even do work as a comedian. Because it's like I needed to know that it's like I got my own feeling of feeling okay from them. So it's almost like I'm trying to think about this a little more. I know in a simple way, it's like, oh, what people think about you. You care about what people think about you, yes. But I'm trying to think about how I got what I thought about myself from how other people responded to me. I think that really is more what was going on with me. Because that's the only way I knew, and that's, so, yeah, nobody, I just wasn't filled up with, hey, you're okay. There wasn't enough of those. And if there were, maybe there were, and I couldn't even hear them. And that's where sometimes it's like, man, we're all special ed. We're all special needs. And it makes me feel good to know that there's a lady out there.
Hey, Theo. I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a special ed teacher
who's driving somewhere to take care of some kids. Man, that's great. That's awesome. It's nice to know that there is, when these kids get home, that this guy...
Hey, Theo. My name is Tim, and I listen to your podcast after I drop my kids off at school. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
That when the kids get off the bus, Timmy's out there with a little tray of muffins or a cigarette. I don't know if the kids smoke or what he does with his kids, but he's out there. That's nice to know. That that people that we're filling these youngsters up with some type of connection. I'm just kind of rambling, but yeah, what else is going on with me right now? I've just been trying to think about, like, there's just kind of, I guess just kind of wanting to I've just been feeling so busy sometimes that I don't know. It's hard to know like if I'm feeling okay or not. So I just got to try and check in with myself a little bit more and just kind of, just make sure that I'm doing okay. And I feel like I am. It was just, I used to have just kind of more time to just, I guess just even chill out or take a nap or get a little frosty or something. I love Frosties. And I love, what else do I love? You know what I miss I was thinking about the other day? Musical chairs. Dude, remember musical chairs? Remember at school? I don't even know when it happened. But about once every 2 years, some new legislation came down at school. And they once again allowed kids to play musical chairs. That's where they put like 7 chairs in the middle of a room and they put like 40 kids in the room. And it was just bonkers. You remember how crazy it was? You remember it? It was like, it was almost like the Royal Rumble, like WWF Royal Rumble. And they had everybody, suddenly you start to see who people are. You'd have a little, a couple sets of twins, these 2 females, bro, they over there sharpening their teeth with a real file. You're like, damn, these bitches getting a seat. Suddenly all the white kids were like, oh, we're going to have a chance to do something athletically. Musical chairs. And then the music would start. All around the mulberry bush. Dun, 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 dun. And people are just eyeing the other person. Suddenly a friend was not a friend at all. Suddenly some kid had just reached in his bag and just painted his face up like William Wallace. He's like, we are free. Tell them Scotland is free. Other kids was getting scared. One kid fainted, bro. Dude, whatever, son. You out, bro. You out. You can't handle musical chairs. You ain't gonna handle musical the rest of your life then. Go move to somewhere else, bro, and be weak, daddy. We gotta go. And then it would stop. And people, you'd see some kid pull out a blade. Some rich kid would bring a chair from home. You're like, what? Fauntleroy's, he's cheating. They had some pedos on the side betting on it, laying money. Plus 750 on little Reginald over there. And the teacher was smoking cigarettes. It was insane. And then just all these cheeks flying. It was butt first. It was butt first. And there's just nothing more just quirky and silly than a bunch of children's butts all flying in the same direction at once. And you had to get cheek to seat. Some kids, they go for a chair, miss it completely, shatter their legs, shatter their spine, end up in a bag end up traveling by sack for the rest of their lives on their dad or mom's back if their mom was strong. You had to get 2 cheeks on the seat, and it was yours. And you had somebody be yelling in the distance, somebody be yelling, cheek that seat, cheek that seat. There's people crawling through pipes full of duty. They said it would take a man 600 years to get out of the sea of prison. But musical chairs, Randall did it in less than 20. And little Daniel's back there in the back. He got him a little Santa sack, and he's not even playing. He's just stealing people's stuff. I mean, he's back there. He's taking these like just mom-made sandwiches and Game Boys and just filling up a sack, and he leaped out the window right onto the back of a Greyhound. He left town that we never even saw him. Because Daniel, he makes his own choices. But damn, boy, musical chairs. The game ends. It came down to 2 people, 1 chair. And it was actually kind of a great thing for regular life. This is regular life. It's going to be survival of the fittest. You got to get that ass right. Because it's cheek first sometimes. You got to put your ass on the line. And somebody win, you win, and they're supposed to give you some candies, and they go in the cupboard, and who knows, some little asshole kid ate all of them lime slices. Some sneaky little white boy, that Poli Nicaragua, snacked up all the lime slices. And little Daniel, he's halfway to Tacoma. And he got that bag of, maybe lukewarm muffins and some ham sandwiches and some pudding packs, bruh. And he's keyed up. Man, boy, get in there. Man, it was God's game. It was God's game, man. Let's get into a couple more calls. Here's one we got. As always, the hotline is 985-664-9503. And the hotline is, it's just, if something's going on, what's happening? If you're struggling with something, if there's something that we can try to do to help, if you want to share a response to something on the show, you can always hit it. And again, it's 985-664-9503. Let's take a call right here.
Hey, what's going on, Theo? It's Jonathan from Shreveport.
What's up, Shreveport? And the cops after the comedy, the cops would come by, these bicycle cops, and they would tase you if you wanted. And you didn't even have to be a criminal, and they would tase you with the damn taser. So, they got some rare kind of tourist attractions around there. Let's hear more.
Man, I was listening to the podcast earlier, and you were talking about being in a relationship. I think you're 39, and I'm 35, man. And I was scared of relationships just like you for a long time, because, I come from alcoholic parents and a broken home and all that shit. And, man, it was and dealing drugs for a long time. It was like everybody was business related or business oriented. I had girlfriends, but they were more like homeboys,
Oh yeah, drugs will turn a girlfriend into more of a girl fiend, onward.
But I met Stephanie, the woman I'm with now, and dude, it really changed me. She's a genuine person, so it is worth the risk to face the fear, I would say.
Gang, man. I appreciate you saying that, dude. And I guess everybody needs a little Stephanie on them. Everybody needs... Yeah, I'm sure somebody comes along and kind of just makes it... my biggest fear, I think, right now in a practical sense, on a surface sense, is I don't know that I trust myself not to cheat, not to, I got that sugar lizard sometimes in my wiener, in my body wiener. And, if that lizard gets thinking, bruh, then I'll get pink, and you feel me? That's kind of obtuse, and I don't want to say that, but I try to get out there looking for some loin. I'll get out there kind of just standing around, just kind of looking for some trimming them, whatever you say I am, Mom Spaghetti, bro, you feel me? I'll take a girl out for Mom Spaghetti to try to frickin' serve up that meatball, you gotti. So I don't know sometimes, man. I think that's one of the things. And then, fuck, bro, I got so many fucking problems, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. I might as well just build a church around my damn head and my heart. I might as well. You know what I should do is just live in a church. Or something like that. It would help, or a TP or a Native American church. Let's hear more. You sound like you might be on a couple lewds as well, Daddy. You might be, a couple milligrams deep right now. Onward.
Because now that I got kids, everything's different, man. I stopped doing everything illegal, started making legal money. I mean, it's been a real long road, but it's really worth it. And I didn't trust anybody, man. At one time, if I couldn't make $1 off of you, I didn't really mess with you.
Gang, bro. Wow. Yeah, so I feel you, and a lot of that is, it's like you got to have opportunity for transformation, and it sounds like somebody real special came along and made you believe in something greater than yourself, and that's pretty powerful. I'm amazed at the way that goodness really works in the world. I'm just amazed, man. I'm amazed at how many people, I'm feeling some type of way, negative or this or that, and somebody comes along and their positivity just shows me the other half of the world most of the world that I'm not seeing. Because if I'm seeing things negatively, it's a lot of that's my choice. You walk into hell with a smile, bruh. I mean, you might even be able to make the devil think different. It's just powerful sometimes to just do that contrary action. Oh, it's easy to show up at work and be a dick and do this and that. It's hard. Some guy works for you or you work for your boss, he's a dick or you're a dick. To show up and just, I'm going to try this different. What if today I walked up and said just, hey, look, you might be the best damn employee or employer. They might be the worst. And if you said, hey, look, what can I do differently to help the situation here? Even if you might already be doing it great. But that right there is going to make them think, damn, is the world changing? Because I thought my boss, or I thought the guy working under me, I thought he was an asshole. Wow, the world's changing. It's really the world. People are asking, what can they do to help somebody? Wow, I better get on that bus. Because I'm over here on this other shitty bus. There's only one other person on it. It's a young fella named Daniel, bro, and he got a sack full of Game Boys. So I got to get on this new bus. It's headed in a new direction. And that's my perspective. I think I'm sounding a little bit preachy, man. I'm sorry about that. I've been having my patience has just been real short with myself. And I notice sometimes I get preachy when I haven't been resting enough, really. And when I haven't been at peace enough, or when I've been too busy, I get more preachy. So I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm really trying to tell myself that I want to be brave enough when a situation is shitty, when somebody's done something wrong to me, instead of saying, hey, fuck you, I want to be able to say, hey, how can I help, man? What's going on? You're upset today? You need to make it $5 extra off of me? Go on, bruh. Get that money. That's going to change. That's going to, $9 extra off of it today. That's going to make you're going to sit at home and be full of, go on, take it, daddy. I don't know. I'll give you $14. I'll give you $14. You can take the 9 and then here's an extra 5. Go home and don't be an asshole to your family. How about that? I'll pay you every day to go home and not be an asshole to your family. Let them have it, man. I don't know. I guess I'm spinning, Brian. I'm getting preachy, man. I'm sorry about that. But thanks for calling, man. And sorry, I was thinking you were on Quaaludes, but you sound like you might. Look, if they have a Quaalude competition, dude, or voiceover work, if they ever come out with a Smurf or something that's on Ludes, bro, Sneepy, Snaky, Dopey, Doc, Sneezy, opioidy, bro. You could audition for him, bro. You got that Ludi. You got that Ludi that baritone Ludi. You got that Ludi baritone. You got about 600 milligrams in your voice box, daddy. And I love you, man. Gang, Shreveport all day. And I'm ready to see Dustin Poirier whoop that boy's. Hey! East. Over there in the desert. Operation Diamond Storm, baby. We coming back to the Middle East. It's going to get rogue, man. And speaking of rogue, there's actually a new, a friend of mine created a game called Streets of Rogue. And it's on Steam, it's on Xbox One, it's on PlayStation. And it's kind of like, what's that game? Like Pep Boys? No, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's like Grand Theft Auto meets Zelda. And you could do anything you want. If you like to live in like an alternative world on his game, you can be doing cigarettes, you can be doing karate, you could light people up or just light up a smoke. You can kill people, you can have drinks and everything. There's all types of stuff. Juggle, make chocolates. They got tons of opportunities on there. And then you can still be like the mayor of the whole little universe on there. So, yeah, if you want to check it out, it's called Streets of Rogue. And that's my friend Matt made the game. He's a game maker. And actually he just got married as well. So, congratulations, Matsky out there. What else? Let's get into a couple more questions and calls that came in. Here we go.
Yo, what's going on, baby? It's Kazi over here in Charlotte.
What's up, Kazi, over there in Charlotte, huh? And I love Charlotte. You want to go to a city that's really white-rific and black-tastic at the same time, boy? Charlotte. You want to see, cities that are really just, they got that funky, but also honky. They got that honky funk vibe going on, and that really is Charlotte, man. One of the best southern restaurants I've ever been to is right over there off of by that mall over there downtown. And it's dangerous because the buses go fast there. So you could lose a family member to a bus, but goddamn, them hush puppies are good, So you could have those and a couple orders of that fried catfish at the wake, at the funeral, baby. Onward.
Was watching some King and the Bee, whatever it is, and you and Brendan was talking about superpowers or something, and you said that you could go in a bathroom and you could tell when the last time that somebody did some business in there was. Well,
oh yeah, that's something that I don't think it's a I guess it is a superpower. I guess I don't know if everybody could do it, but yeah, if I go into a urinal, restroom, or piss area. If somebody's been in there doing a duty or something, I could smell. I can't help but smell it. Like right when I walk in, my nose will take a hit, and it'll be like, oh yeah, somebody did, or no, somebody didn't, or it's been 9.5 minutes, or it's been 60 seconds, or they got two boys playing these porcelain pipes right there, in a couple stalls right now. They got active shooters in the building. Onward.
Well, it made me think, man, if you're ever over here in Charlotte, I work at this little Tex-Mex joint called Chewy's. Come drop into Chewy's. We've got, the women's restroom and the men's restroom, and then we've got what we call the family bathroom. But what it is, it's a whole different bathroom. It's got, one toilet in there. It's really for changing kids, but all the coworkers go in there and we do drugs. And, and I didn't say that. And we use it, and we do our own business, but it always smells fresh. We got the Janitorial folks. Shout out to them, Loretta, and anybody who's listening to this. Shout out to y'all. But
hell yeah! Shout out to anybody that be ever cleaning toilets, man. And I used to clean them over there at BJ's Pizza House off of 190. And I used to get me a cold beer, and I'd go in the bathroom. I was probably 13 or 14. And I'd drinking beer out of a damn paper cup, and I'd be hitting that Miller Lite, bro, and that shit fucking made my cheeks, made it feel like squirrels were living in my neck, and they were looking each other. They were looking for each other to fuck, That's what it felt like when I drank that Miller Lite as a kid. Second it poured in, it was so spicy and hot, it was ice cold, but it was just hot inside of it. It was coldness, but that alcohol had heat in it. And it would get in my throat and just let the damn squirrels loose. And that shit made me, boy, dude, I'll bite my own ass cheek open if I had, 2 sips of Miller Lite at the age of 13. Onward.
Y'all do the most work in the restaurant. That's a fact. But they always keep it smelling great in there. You'll go in there, you won't even know the last time that anyone's done some business.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, I'll have to hit that Chewy's when I'm local. I used to love, bro. So I used to do Whippets. I used to get, bro, I'd go lock myself in the, if the toilet was taken, I'd go lock myself in the freezer at the restaurant. And I'd be just eating handfuls of bread pudding straight out of the, like the chef would have made it all, but he was cheating on his wife and he was embezzling money, so nobody gave a fuck about his recipes, right? Because really, I want to know what ingredients have gone into your soul before what's in the dessert tray, what you put in there. So I want to know that first batch of you before I see that, that second course. And so I'd get in there, I'd just be eating handfuls of bread pudding and doing Whippets, bruh. Dude, people come in there. I remember one guy came in and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing in here? He was a coworker. And I was like, hold on just a second. Is it just going to be one of you guys today? That's how whipped out I was. I thought I was at the hostess stand. And this guy came in and I tried to seat him in the damn freezer, bruh. So you just got to know who you are, or know who you aren't. I think. Let's take another call right here. Here we go. Thank you for hitting the hotline and for being here with me this weekend. Or this Monday, actually. Man.
Yo, what up, you freaky ferret? What up, man? Nelson here calling from Texas.
What's up, Nelson from Tejas? And I appreciate you ringing in, Papa. Onward.
Last time I called, the show was about a year ago, to be exact, last summer on the Halfway to Christmas episode. And I believe I was the first mailman to call your show. I'm actually on the job right now.
Gang, boy, Nelson out there. And it's halfway to Christmas. Let's hear more.
And just want to remind you, it's halfway to Christmas, buddy. I'm out here freelance helping again, swinging these letters. And I just want to say you've been keeping me going, man. Appreciate what you do. And keep on keeping on, brother. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, papa. Nelson out there. And Nelson, bro, he's that's jolly old Saint Nelsonless. Saint Nicka Nelson right there, dude, my man. Halfway to Christmas Nelson, bro. HTC Nelson, there. And yeah, I guess it's that time of year. People don't realize. The mailman, he's been laying low. He's been at the house a lot. Having fruit roll-ups. Storing nuts in his cheeks, doing calf lifts in the garage. Trying to get ready, get keyed up, get ready. Because the second half of the year, they start training. You'll see a mailman at night running down the street with a huge sack of fucking nothing, bro. Then a couple weeks later, you'll see him out there with a sack of, fake bricks or something. A little bit more than nothing. And they start training. You'll see a mailman get a big bag and start, stretching it out, making sure. Really testing the guttural strength of a bag. And they getting ready. We don't know that mailman that they want to, a lot of mailmen, they just want to be of service, man. A lot of mailmen, they're going to go, they dropping off something good. Make little Larry happy. Suddenly a bunch of kids in town need a Game Boy because somebody stole all their Game Boys. And that's Daniel, bruh. And Daniel, man, he makes his own choices. And you gotta love the mailman. When you see that guy, you salute him, huh? That's that overnight bad boy. That's that second day air. You gotta hit him up with that bam. Anybody, also, these guys, they're all day, they got perfume samples in the bag, they huffing those bitches. A mailman? There's no way, if I'm not a mailman, that I ain't getting hopped up on perfume samples all day. Dude, I'll drop a package here, drop a package there. Next thing you know, I'll do about 4, open that thing up and do about 4 hits of cool water cologne right there to the dome. Right, just do 9 hits of that Burberry Stout or whatever. Dude, I'd be so high on perfume samples, bruh. I'd deliver the mail and then go undeliver it. Dude, I'll put 4 reindeers in front of my mail truck and just drive that bitch around. And feed them bitches beer and give them little hits. Give them a hits of what else they got? That Ralph Lauren, that Polo scent. Hit them with that fresh by the face for the snout, boy. Come on. It's different, man. We living. It's halfway to Christmas, and thank you, Nelson, for reminding us. So let's get in the spirit now. Don't be one of these these Grinches. Man, don't be one of these Grinches. It's an inch to Christmas, and they getting a little bit ready. But I'm starting early. Shirley. Let's take one more call here. Here we go. Onward.
Hey, Theo. This is Matt from Kentucky.
Hey, Matthew. Thank you for calling in. And it's beautiful over there. Beautiful hill country over there. In Lexington, man. It's a real special place over there. Onward.
I was fortunate enough to see you last year, like November, December, down in Lexington, Kentucky, down at the Comedy Off Broadway. And, man, you killed it. The question that I have, man, is I want to know something that I'm shocked nobody has asked so far. Theo, buddy, are you happy, man? I love you, bub. I love you.
Love you too, man. I appreciate you coming out there. And while you were talking, I was just thinking too, I want to just let everybody know, I hope y'all are staying dry and safe that's caught up in the storm and been dealing with Barry. You know Barry, you don't know. And things can happen. You got water in the house and suddenly, your kids are, they're playing water games or they're doing whitewater rafting off of the dish cabinet or something. You got to make the most of it if you can. But I hope everybody's staying safe and put some floaties on. Put some floaties on your loved ones when you tuck them into bed. Because Mother Nature, she wants to work with us, but she fiery. You know how these miatches can be sometimes. And she's feisty. She's going to flex, man. Mother Nature's going to flex. Am I happy? What's so funny? I think I'm always thinking about this. I think everybody's always thinking, are they happy? I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm happy with this episode of this podcast. I've been feeling overwhelmed recently, man. I've been feeling like, a lot of it is I've just been feeling like I felt before like I knew exactly who I was, and then as things have gotten busier with work, sometimes I don't know. I still know who I am, but I just need to focus more on. I don't need to focus more, but I just need to do more things of service to be of service. I think. I think that'll make me happier. On Tuesday I got a thing I'm going to do. Movie night over by the Ronald McDonald House. And Ronald McDonald, he don't do just burgers, man. They do. They have a good charitable organization where they house people that have family members that are in ICU and stuff like that, and you can go. And so they put them up in this hotel that's free, and it's and so you have all these families and these children that stay in the hotels while the kids are getting long-term care at hospitals. And so, I decided I was going to go. I used to do Tuesday nights over there, and so I'm starting back this week. So I'm excited about that. Before King and the Sting, we're doing King and the Sting, just a live show. It's just me and Brendan, but we're doing that live. and we're gonna I'm gonna go to the Ronald McDonald House before we're doing movie night. So I'm excited about that. I think I just need to make sure that I focus on doing things that do make me feel good. I think I feel a lot of responsibility because I've been given, you get more opportunities. As my career's changed in the past year, I feel, I feel like I can do more. At the same time, I feel like I need to find ways to be happy with what's going on. I just want to, I don't know, man. Am I happy? Yes, I am. I'm very happy, man. I get to go, I'm happy when I got off stage on Friday night or Saturday night, and man, I just saw so many people in the hall, and it was just great. We just had a great time. I just love seeing people be happy. They come out with their wives. Some people came out with their first show. They never even been out to a show before. This fellow Sebastian, somebody else, this other guy and his brother, a couple. They'd never been to a show before. They never been to a comedy show. And then they come out and laugh. And I don't feel like, look at me. I just feel like, oh man, because I need them to laugh for me to feel okay. So we're out here. This is a team effort. And that kind of stuff does make me really happy. I think the things that I let get into me that make me unhappy are if I start thinking other people should be a certain way. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. Like if I get caught up like in too much like thinking about political stuff or thinking that I know something that I know more than others. Man, I may have different experiences, but that doesn't mean that I know anything else more. Everybody can learn something from everybody else, and also I got to realize some stuff it's not my battle, it's not my fight. It's not my. I need to do what I can do around those that are close to me, to be loving. I need to, I'd like to be less hard on myself. People always remind me of that, and thank you for all the nice messages that I get about that kind of stuff. It hurts me when I see, young guys, when I see anybody that's struggling, and it just makes me, we can just do better, I think. And I'm not saying you can do better. I'm just saying, and then all I can do is just do better. This is life. It's a great opportunity, right? To be alive. And, but yeah, I just feel, I guess, some sense of responsibility that, since I have some sort of a platform, not that I could tell anybody what to do or how to be or anything, but I do feel, I don't know, I guess I feel some responsibility to, well, it's like I just want to, I don't know, man. It's like I am happy. I am happy. I just I'm grateful for for the fun stuff I get to do. I get to be in this fun circle where I get to talk to Joe Rogan sometimes. I get to I get to meet single moms who and give them a hug. Like I wanted to hug my mom when I was young and just, or be a part or help out with our Patreon group and help try and do something nice for them. I get to do a lot of things that make me feel good. But I think there's something in me that always wants there to be something else. I always want to keep moving the carrot. And I think I want to be able to, that's why I decided I want to go do the Ronald McDonald House again and start that back up, because I need something also to just make sure that I stay in a place where I realize what's important, for me. I don't want to get disconnected, man. I don't ever want to look at somebody that needs help and think like, you know, or look at anybody like that. You know, that's the same way that I felt like people looked at me a lot of my life. You know, people always think like, oh, you know, that, you know, I can only speak from my perception that, like, you know, poor white kids have, you know, they have all this opportunity. Everybody has, just if they have a white skin, they have this opportunity, or everybody struggles, man. Everybody. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're wealthy. I don't care if they're not. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know, struggle's that hunter, baby. Struggle's that hunter. And it got all the, you know, it got all the weaponry. I just don't, you know, I don't want to miss the opportunity to be used to be helpful. That's what it is, man. That's it. That would make me happy. You know, if I know that each day I try to put myself in a position or show up enough to the day where if I can be helpful to somebody else, that not only am I excited about it, but I'm willing to do it. And of course, that'll never happen all the time. It'll never happen. But that would make, you know, that's kind of what makes me feel good. You know, it just makes me feel good, dude. It just makes me, because the truth is, that's a lot of what's going on. Dude, so, you know, I wish that that people know what's going on. You know, I get upset sometimes at the media and all that kind of shit. They don't care. They don't know. They're in a business. But I feel like people know what's going on. And I feel like we're headed in a good direction, man. I feel like there's a lot of love on the streets, and there's a lot more right around the corner, bro. So I don't even know if that answers your question, man. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I know that for me, my battle is like just making sure that I'm just taking care of myself enough to be present enough so I'm not missing an opportunity to be of service in some way, because that makes me feel good. You know, it makes me feel good. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but let's take another call that came in right here, and then maybe we'll scoot off of this episode. And man, thank you guys so much. Halfway to Christmas, I'm gonna have to start thinking about what I want, you know.
Yo, what up, Theo? My name's Connor. I'm from Pittsburgh, and today's actually my 22nd birthday.
Oh, awesome, man! Happy 22nd, Connor. Oh, and it's Conor McGregor's birthday, I think, was yesterday. So that's kind of crazy.
And I just wanted to say that I'm a massive fan. My brother actually got me into you, and this past year's been a pretty tough year for me. Our mom's been battling cancer, and I really just wanted to use this outlet to kind of thank my brother, because he's been the most amazing person through the whole situation. And I've been at college, so I don't have a whole lot of money. So he takes me out every weekend. He shows me a good time, and he's helped me through a really rough breakup. And he's just the most amazing guy. He flew us out to Denver to go visit our cousin. And I just wanted to spread a little bit of positivity, because, you know, he's a huge listener, and he got me into you, and you give me a laugh every Monday and Thursday. And I just really wanted to say thank you, and, you know, have a great week, man. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, bro. That's cool, man. Well, that's nice that your brother cares like that. That's cool, man. That's cool, bro. That's cool that you got, you know, your brother. You guys are out there. You guys are on the front lines for the family. You know, you got cancer on the, you know, on the horizon, but you guys got it in your scopes with your hearts, and you guys are caring about each other, dude, and just trying, you know. Man, it's crazy how much my brother is. It makes me think of my own brother. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who live, you know, whoever's listening to this bullshit right now that are thinking about their brother, man. Dude, my brother used to make me listen to all of his music. That's the only thing I knew about music. It's still the only type of music I really even know. People ask me about music. I'm like, I listen to maybe Rodney James Dio, Tesla. You know, I listen to some NWA. I listen to whatever my brother listened to. You know, it's funny when you're young and stuff, you just want to be your brother so bad. Even if he beats you. Like, damn, my brother beat my ass, but damn, bro. he's awesome, you know? You just want to be your brother so bad. It's so interesting how that happens at that age. You know, it's a special gift. I know there's a lot of single, not single kids out there, but hopefully there's a ton of single kids out there. But there's a lot of children that, you know, they don't, what am I talking about? There's a lot of kids that, I don't know, man. But that's nice, dude. It's nice that you care about your brother. And I'm glad that he listens, and I'm glad that you listen, and I'm glad you guys are out there. I'm glad you got a teammate in the world. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of kids that are just, they're only children. And they only children, so they don't really get that opportunity. So it's like we all have this different gift, man. We all have some people got a gift. Some of it's on the inside. Some of it's on the outside. Some of us have a brother. Some of us don't. Some of us have a sister. Some of us have 2 children. Some of us can't have children. Some of us can juggle. Some of us can't read. Dude, the guy that can't read, oh yeah, sucks a lot at the times. But when he walks back by a fucking bookstore and feels no regret, gold mine of comfort. There are 2 sides to the sword. You know, there's 2 sides to every sword, bro. And we just, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know anything. Isn't that amazing? But I know that you care about your brother. And that makes me feel good because it makes me think about my brother, dude. My brother's such a weird guy, bro, and he's so hard on himself, dude, but he's such a loving guy. And he tries his best, and and he and I were hard on ourselves because we don't, we developed our own sense of what was okay or what wasn't, and we didn't, nobody was hard on us or easy on us. And so we didn't know, and our brains don't want to leave. Sometimes if you develop your own thing in your head, that thing can sometimes be mean. But I know, man, my brother's like he's my idol now, and he's not perfect, and I'm far from that, and we never will be. But we have these little moments sometimes where he's just everything I always wanted him to be. And I'll never probably fully be able to let him know that, but that's some of my journey, I get to be a brother in this lifetime. Man, that's cool. I get to call somebody who has the same blood I have in my body in their body and let them know, hey, man, how's that flow going, bro? We're riding on a risky river, aren't we? But this blood is category 4 rapids right now, ain't it, brother? We boiling. Or whatever's going on. Anyway, I'm rambling, but thank you guys so much for being a part of this episode. Whatever that even means. I feel like it's just, sometimes I like go in and like turn it into like a radio DJ. I don't know. Congrats to Uriah Faber on his win, man. I'll say this about Uriah Faber, dude. I've shaken, I bet probably 6,000 people's hands in my life. The strongest and heaviest hand I've ever shook in my whole life, Uriah Faber's. That guy has a damn 19-pound hand. I mean, that guy, look, he got some he's real handsy, that fella. He's one of a kind, man. And congrats to him for coming back, just for having that giving himself that chance and taking that risk. That's brave. I'm fascinated by people that are brave around me constantly. And thank you guys for calling in. You guys be good to yourselves, man. I'm going to try it. We're going to make it. I'm going to play this on the way out, actually, because, this is Bishop Gunn, Making It.
I ain't seen home in about 100 days. I can almost hear mama pray for my restless soul. And I ain't made $1 I ain't spent, but where it's going ain't killed me yet. I still get where I'm bound to go. I'm making it, feel right. I'm making it, and if hell's where I'm headed there, I'm making good time.
Gang, gang, man.
Most all of my
Thank you.
plans slip right through my hands and wind up next to me, broken on the ground.
Dude, I wish I was a singer, bro.
If this bottle was an hourglass, I'd say that I'm about an hour past the minute. I should have put it down,
I wouldn't wear pants if I was out there if I was a singer.
but I'm making it. I'm making wrong feel right. I'm making it, and if hell's where I'm headed there, I'm making good time.
Halfway to Christmas, guys. We can do it. We can do it. We got this.
Making good time.
Making good time.
Between the lines that I've crossed and the friends that I've lost, I'm left here alone in my skin. But I'm in pretty good shape for the shape that I'm in. I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm making wrong feel right. Yeah, I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm making good time. I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm making wrong feel right. I'm making it, and if hell's where I'm headed there, I'm making good time.
Man, bro, we making it, dude. We making it.
Making good time.
You gonna make it today. I promise you. I promise you. We all.
I ain't seen home in about 100 days. I can almost hear Mama praying for my restless soul.
We're all gonna make it, man. We're all special ed, man. We're all special needs. We all, but Santa's coming, bro. Gang, man, you guys be good to yourselves. Thank you for being here for me today.